Hello, hello. I'm Connor Habbib, your new now next sex expert. Alright, this week it's all about when to say when. And that's because our question comes from Jeff in New Orleans, who writes, I sometimes do the online hookup thing. When guys come over and I don't like them, it's not a problem, but what about someone I'm not sure about from the beginning? Sometimes we start messing around and it's awkward to reject them after the touching has happened. Maybe I just need a quick online hookups. Any thoughts on how to deal with this? Alright, Jeff, there's a lot in there. Let's try to pull it apart together. Alright, so let's start with where the question ends, which is, I think maybe I should just stop online hookups. Okay, I don't think you need to stop doing online hookups, but it's time to just sort of see them for what they often are, what they have been for you. When you decide to hook up with someone online, you see the decision is already made before you get to his place or he gets to your place. You've already sort of agreed that something's going to go on just by the nature of how these things go. Does that mean you need to stop? No, but it's good to recognize that that's how these things mostly work. So, if you want that to change, you got to do a few things. Alright, Jeff, one thing's for sure, and that's that you're sure that you're not sure all the time. So you need to give yourself some space for that feeling that you have, for that indecision. Let me tell you what I do. So when I'm looking at someone's picture online or on my phone or my computer or whatever, even if I think I'm really attracted to the guy, I'll always give myself a way to back out. So I learned this mistake the hard way. I was talking to this guy for a long time on Skype. He was from out of town, and we talked very often. We'd have long conversations, and it was video chat like this. Then when he came to town and we met, I wasn't attracted to him physically in person. It's just the way things go sometimes. Seeing a picture or even seeing a video and meeting somebody in person is not the same thing. So now when I meet somebody online or through an app or whatever, I always say, yeah, I'll get there. If I'm not into it or you're not into it, feel free to say so and there'll be no hard feelings. Always just say that for yourself, Jeff. That way you can get out of the situation if you need to without losing any face, without hurting anybody. And if the guy reacts in a really terrible way and is like, what, you're not serious? You're not going to come over? Then you know that he's not the kind of guy that's going to be able to take it if you need to get out of there, if you need to say stop, if you need to, in essence, reject him. But you also have to cultivate a little bit of toughness in yourself to be able to be rejected once you get there. That's just the way it goes. So that's my first tip. Put in a little buffer before you get to the guy's place. So the thing is, we don't always know if someone is the right sex partner for us until we start having sex with them. So, we might not know that we like the way somebody kisses until we kiss them, or maybe they're not compatible with our role. Maybe they're a top and we're a bottom. That'd be great, but what if we're both bottoms or both tops? And you just can't always know that until you get into the act with somebody. So, that said, my second piece of advice to you is basically the same as the first, but just sort of carried out through the entire sex act. Here's what I mean. You've got to be able to say no, to say stop, or to say I'm out of here, and feel okay with that at any point during the sex act. So I know we don't like to do this, because if someone did it to us, we might be a little frustrated, it might bruise our ego. I mean, if some guy were giving me head and he was like, yeah, I definitely don't like this, I might feel kind of crummy about it. But the fact of the matter is, that's how it goes sometimes. We don't always know. And you might not want to hurt the guy's feelings, you might not want to frustrate him sexually, etc., etc. But all that is not going to feel as bad as having sex with someone that you're not comfortable having sex with, having bad sex with someone, being stuck in some sort of anxiety, or feeling like you want to get out of there the entire time you're having sex. So, cultivate that ability to say no, and then also cultivate the feeling of, I'm okay if I say no, if I say stop, if I want to get out of here, if I change my mind. If you can't do all of that, or if you need time to work on it, then maybe chill out on the online hookups for a little while. Anyway, that's my advice. So go forth online and Hook up more, Jeff, if you can, if you're able to say no, if you're able to say, I need some more time to think about it. All right, to everybody else, down there is my information. You send me a question, I'll answer it. You can let me know if you want to be anonymous or if you are okay with having your name broadcast. Either way is fine with me. All right, enjoy your sex.